Hey everyone, XylaTakura here, and I would like to say that I hope everyone had a great Christmas. I know it's been like ages, but I've been that busy, racked up with stuff, that I've only just managed to come around to sort out this review. And the review is The Last of Us today, so yeah. So, without further ado, there are a couple of things that I have listed down that I'd like to go over before I start my review. I'm going to go through each section in different parts. So the story, the visuals, the gameplay and the difficulty, and they will all be rated out of 5. But because of this video in particular, I was unfortunately unable to try out different difficulties with it because I don't actually own this game, I only borrowed it. So the difficulty will be out on this one. So it will be rated out of 20 instead of 25 like normal. This is going to be my own personal opinion, so take it how you wish. This is what I thought of the game. So, without further ado, we shall begin. So story-wise, Naughty Dog haven't done too bad with things like the Uncharted series before. So, The Last of Us has that same feel, be it more dark and gritty and violent compared to Nathan Drake's adventures, where he always ends up having some kind of happy ending, shall we say. The game tells the story of a virus breakout that sent the world into chaos. You follow the story of a man called Joel, who is tasked with protecting a young girl called Ellie, who is believed to have become immune to the virus. It's not too complicated a storyline, although depending on what you believe is going to happen, the ending may shock you. Yeah, it certainly did me, that's for sure. I've never said what so many times in a sentence. The interaction between Joel and Ellie is an interesting one that changes and shifts over the storyline. Overall, the story I found was engaging with strong characters, a slow-growing friendship and creepy monsters to boot. Yes, I will admit, every time I saw a creeper, I did kind of scream, and yeah. My parents knew I was playing it, that's for sure. But we shall carry on. And let's not think about those. The only thing I wish I'd seen more of was a possible bond between Joel and Ellie. There was the bond, but I didn't feel there was enough of it. I wanted to see more interactions, because for me they kind of went from being swearing at each other to sort of getting along with arguments to the situation where obviously during the winter where Joel was like really, really ill, to the fact that, well, yeah, the ending. The ending. That's all we need to talk about. The ending. That's all we need to say. So overall, I'm going to give it a 4 out of 5.
Look, it's me.
He tried to.
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Joel.
It's okay.
Visuals are what you'd expect from Naughty Dog, considering the massive amount of visuals there was in Uncharted 3. Playing the intro for that was, I found it absolutely astounding how great they'd gone. So pretty much the same thing for this game. They were really smooth, crisp motion captures, lip syncing was nice and clear, you could clearly see the facial expressions were right when there was like anguish and sadness, happiness, anger. The only thing I did find though with the visuals, although you could probably say this was more a gameplay related situation, was that while I had the rifle out at 1 or 2 times, the reload of the bullet would constantly keep going back in after I sheathed it, which did kind of annoy me for a while, so I had to switch to the shotgun once I picked up the shotgun. But apart from that, it was fine afterwards. So for that one, it's getting a 5 out of 5. For gameplay, I wanted to talk about the enemies because I found that they really impacted on the way you played the game and the way you experienced it. So the virus goes through around 4 stages, and this is also excluding humans, which are classed as obviously the 5th enemy that you experience. Each type of enemy is slightly different, so it requires a different technique. So you're always working out how you're going to complete the area and get through without ending up with any death sequences. So runners are the infected that have only just turned, so they are able to still see and hear you and will also shriek at you on sight. They're not too hard to defeat, but you have to be more cautious if there is a group of them, as they tend to box you in. But there is a way to get out of that situation. You just have to charge at them and bash them out of the way. But they are quite irritating in packs. Clickers for me, as well as stalkers, were the most terrifying, as the virus had finally begun to emerge from the heads of the victims, rendering them blind, but their hearing becomes incredibly strong, except for stalkers, which can still see you. They can also kill you in one hit, which annoyed me immensely. I'm sure it did you guys as well. Anyone that's played it will know how irritating they are. Using objects such as bottles and bricks are good to distract their attention, and shivs are the best way to kill them. But be warned, I found out the hard way that using bottles can actually stop them from going the path that they were sent to do by the actual computer controls in the game. So they are pretty much given free roam, which I found out the hard way the first time I was introduced to them, so I tended not to use bottles, but if you need to, be warned at your own peril. So the only thing you need to know about clickers is just keep a shiv on you handy and you'll be pretty much fine. Bloaters are the third stage of the virus. They are similar to clickers but much bigger and harder to kill, and they can also throw bombs of the virus onto you just to make it more irritating for you. These brutes are also instant killers, so keep away from them at all cost, while dodging their bombs of course. Fire is useful against these guys as well as clickers, so keep a Molotov cocktail or two handy. They are extremely useful guys, make sure you have some. Humans of course are humans. They can hear, see and can be killed by any of your weapons. It's these kinds of monsters that enhance the gameplay, so it's not just you fighting the same old enemies every single time. It forces us to change tactics and always be prepared for something different. Combat weapons are easy to use, and there is an option to set the auto-lock to guns, if you find it annoying to have to do it yourself. The difficulty I play on, I will admit everyone, was easy. Gasp, I know, I played it on easy. But seriously, I cannot kill things to save my life, so having games on easy is really great for me. So the auto-lock thing was good, although I found out halfway through. Thanks, Naughty Dog. Items can be made on the go by picking up different pieces of equipment. And you can also upgrade your weapons as well by finding toolboxes and other extra pieces of equipment and using them on the workbenches. I found that upgrading items was especially useful. I use reload times a lot, especially for things such as the shotgun and the rifle, because long distance guns were really useful in the game. Bombs were also another nice touch for tricky situations. Overall, gameplay is smooth and not too complicated to understand, so I'm giving it a 4 out of 5. My overall view of The Last of Us was that it had a great storyline, really set of good characters that you could relate to, a very unique set of enemies that could terrify you as well as enhance gameplay, easy to navigate menus, and weapon selects, and also the most prettiest, grittiest world to explore. So overall, it's getting a 13 out of 15 for me. Thank you very much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed my review of The Last of Us. I'm hoping there's more reviews to come, and I would certainly like to do a discussion on certain things as well. So if there's anything you want me to discuss or anything you think I should look at, let me know in the comments below, and I shall see you soon. Take care.
So, is this everything you were hoping for?
It's got its ups and downs, but you can't deny the view, though.